Mohamed was also watching the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial and said, yes, I'll have some of that, please.
I will do it myself!
Don't touch me.
An audio recording leaked between Yve and Mohamed. We're going to be reviewing that together as a family in this video. We're also going to be covering his antics on the tell-all. And finally, the DV allegations against Yve. From the beginning of Mohamed and Yve's relationship, he created an alibi. And that alibi was the religious differences between these two was so severe that their relationship couldn't possibly work. You read messages in my last video of Mohamed agreeing to let this mystery woman he met on social media become his second wife.
I mean, you can always ask her. You can have 4 wives, right? Haha, do you agree to be the second? If yes, come here. I would be so honored. Girl's so hyped to be second straight. Oh, really? Of course, that would be an honor. You are the best. You too, but no more, okay? Haha, okay.
Mind you, at the time Mohamed is talking to this girl, he is married to Yve, and she has no idea that he's talking to a girl behind her back. The Quran says in Surah An-Nisa, chapter 4, verse 3, marry a woman of your choice in 2 or 3 or 4, but if you can't do justice, marry only one. Tell me, Mohamed, are you in a good financial place to be able to take care of your second wife when you won't even split the rent with your first wife?
She started to say after you work, you will pay me this and that to make it harder for me to pay for the ticket. After I get my green card and I make sure that I'm safe in America. You have to pay her for what? Rent and 50% of the bills. She wants me to pay her for rent. I swear I need to get a job and save some money before I leave. I don't have a car.
How about this entire season we've watched you try to guilt trip this woman into converting to Islam when you yourself don't even follow the rules? What about when the plumber came over to install the bidet because Mohamed couldn't figure it out? Then Mohamed looked at Yve and said, in Islam, a man can't be alone with a woman, so you need to wait outside. Meanwhile, Mohamed said to another girl, I would just keep you in bed for days. That's no way to treat your sponsor, Mohamed. We are all disappointed in you. Not to mention Mohamed had premarital sex with Yve, who is spiritual, not a religious person. There's common misconception that Muslims can only marry other Muslims. That's not true. In Islam, you are also allowed to marry people from the book, and people from the book classify as Christians, Jews, and Sabians. I don't know much about Sabians. They're kind of a mystery. For me, at least, when I watched the first couple episodes and Mohamed was explaining how he's such a devout Muslim man and that relationship with his father was so important because his father introduced him to the mosque and the faith, I was really skeptical of this at first because I was just thinking to myself, why would a devout Muslim man try to marry someone that is spiritual and not religious? And for Yve, you thought it was a good idea to leave your kid at home with a man that talks like this? Like, do you not watch true crimes content?
Hey, you want to play with me?
Yve, level with me here. You're about to be 50 years old. You're a single mother to a kid with special needs, and you thought it was a good idea to bring over a gym rat from Egypt that's half your age, put him on scholarship, bring him over here when you know he doesn't have any money, and that's why his last relationship didn't work out?
By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
Not to mention, if we look over the conversation between Mohamed and Side Chick said that Mohamed told her that Yve is not in a good financial spot right now and is currently in a dispute with her landlord because she owes her landlord money. The only person I feel sympathy for in this situation is Tharan, Yve's son. That kid's a star. Yve recently posted sad news about him on Instagram. She's fighting to extend Tharan's life because in addition to being autistic, having Down syndrome, kid could be at risk to need a kidney transplant. He already has stage 2 kidney disease. From Tharan dancing or doing parkour, the kid was very animated and he provided the comic relief that their segment desperately needed.
This Mohamed.
Yes. How are you?
Finally. It's me.
How are you?
It's so cool.
Yeah.
He thought that Mohamed wanted to be his dad. Meanwhile, Mohamed's texting the side chick.
Exactly, it's her kid. I don't care what she wants to do. You work, you pay your rent, and she can take care of her responsibilities. Exactly.
Comment below what you think. In what way, shape, or form is your stepchild not your financial responsibility? All the cards were laid on the table before you entered this relationship. He thought that you wanted to be his new dad and you guys were friends and he was always hugging you and being very affectionate. This is what you signed up for, bruv. It was never solely you and Yve. Tharan was always in the picture. If I'm Judge Yourwetsock and I'm looking at this case between you and Yve, there is no case because you've already told on yourself, Mohamed. We have all the DMs. They're leaked. You plan to use this girl to get a green card and then leave her. July 28th, Mary Pants posted the leaked DMs between Mohamed and the mystery woman.
After I get my green card and I made sure that I'm safe in America.
Only 4 days after these DMs are leaked, the police get called to Yve's house. The first call was on on 8/1/2022 at 3:05 p.m. for disturbance, and the next day the police were once again called for a disturbance. Finally, the third disturbance of the peace and family dispute was called on the 14th. I just found an article titled "All the Details of 90 Day Fiancé Star Yve's Domestic Dispute with Mohamed." Let's read this article right now. Mohamed called police and claimed that throughout the relationship he endured emotional and physical abuse from Yve. Mohamed claimed to the officer on the scene that Yve becomes very violent and angry when she drinks alcohol and has often threatened to have him sent back to Egypt, his native country. Oh, for sure, Mohamed, but how many times have you threatened Yve to leave back to Egypt? Every time you got an argument with this girl on the show, you said, okay, well, if I'm not gonna get my way, I might as well just go back to Egypt. Due to his immigration status, Mohamed told police that he hasn't called for help because he was afraid he would get in trouble. While with the officer, Mohamed played an audio recording from July 21, 2022, in which Yve can be heard yelling at him and that she needs help with chores around the house. I'm sure she does need help with chores around the house. From the minute this guy showed up, he expected breakfast in bed.
I expected her to cook for me because my mom, she usually cooks for me and watch my needs. So if I need something, I expect Yve to do the same.
He expected a woman that would act like his mother and wipe his ass for him. That's not what he got, but it's unrealistic to expect that in your future wife. You know, your wife isn't going to be like your mother, and if your wife is like your mother, that resentment's only going to build because it should be an equal partnership, something that Mohamed knows nothing about. We're going to touch on it more because I will be playing the audio clip that they're talking about. The officer said, "I can hear Mohamed yelling in the background telling Yve not to hit him again." The complaint goes on to detail how Mohamed, age 28, developed an online relationship with a woman named Andrea, but he ultimately ended it. Mohamed claimed that Andrea allegedly extorted him and threatened to tell Yve about the relationship, but Yve had already found out about the online affair, prompting her to get into a physical altercation with Mohamed.
What about how they worded this in the article, but he ultimately ended it? Yeah, why do you think he ended that relationship with a side chick? Because he got caught by Yve. Hello?
He said she sat on top of him and put her knee to his throat to try and force him to release the phone. The report alleges and adds that Mohamed showed the officer proof of text messages from Yve and a man named Mike, which he believes to be proof she was having an affair. Probably not this Mike, but how crazy would that be if Yve, Mike, and Natalie had this weird love triangle? That would be so entertaining, especially because Natalie's a little cuckoo. Yve's rep told Page 6 that she's hired a dream team of attorneys to help her fight Mohamed's claims. Mohamed, who told the officer that he had moved out of their marital home, also claimed that in the early hours of August 14th, he was concerned Yve was going to hit him because she appeared drunk. Naturally, when the officer spoke to Yve, age 48, sometime later, the TLC reality star gave a different story in which she claimed Mohamed was having an affair with Andrea and another female from Minnesota. She believed Mohamed, whom she had been helping to establish residency in the US, was making plans with Andrea to get Yve in trouble so he could apply for a U visa. She is scared and worried because she does not know what he's capable of doing. Yes, I know, it's kind of cool that we got our own 90-day version of the Tinder swindler, right? We kind of got this before with Danielle and Mohamed's relationship, but that Mohamed was way smarter than this Mohamed. He said, "Oh, I only have to have sex with her once? Bet." And in addition to clapping cheats, he also gave her great financial advice. He cooked a lot of meals for her and her family. He had a deal with like 4 kids, right? Mohamed only had a deal with Tharan. If you compare their situations, that other Mohamed had it way worse. The former couple are now estranged and looking to get divorced. Yve confirmed some details from the August 14th confrontation, but stated she did not try to hit him and noted that he willingly left their home. The police officer left both parties with domestic violence packets and noted she did not observe any injuries on either party, but would issue a criminal summons over the incident detailed in the report. Following Page 6's report about the charges Yve is facing, her publicist claimed Mohamed falsified the abuse allegations. The domestic abuse allegations are completely false and just a ploy to keep him in the US. Yve was not arrested on 8/15 or any other day. Yve's rep went on to say Yve has never been abusive towards Mohamed and just wants this chapter in her life to be done so she can move forward. We're also told that Yve has hired a dream team of attorneys to help her put a stop to these wild allegations and shine light on the truth. Much like how Amber Heard secretly recorded Johnny Depp, Mohamed did the same thing to Yve. Let's play that audio recording right now.
So what is your problem? I don't
My
know.
problem is I need help!
With what?
Everything! Do this, help me put this away, put the laundry away.
You can't be
I'm asking
talking
you
to me
that
like
much.
that.
Okay, just help me then! You're stressing me out!
You can't talk to
Just
me like
shut
that.
up! Shut up!
You can't talk
Shut
to
up!
me
Leave
like
me alone!
This This man came on a mission, y'all. This is such a puss move to get someone all riled up, and then when they're clearly upset, you know, reaching that breaking point, having a mental breakdown, you secretly record them.
Okay, I need fucking help. I don't want you to leave, okay? Fuck! How hard is that to get through your head? You're
If I wanna leave, I wanna leave.
Go then! Fucking leave! I don't care! I'll do this shit by myself because I will anyway!
Do it yourself.
I will!
Mohamed speaks in lowercase and has a very calm demeanor so that whenever he's participating in an argument, he doesn't seem like the bad guy because he's not raising his voice, he's not calling your names. However, this right here, what he's doing is very manipulative.
Do it.
I will do it myself!
Don't touch me.
You don't
Okay.
fucking, why can't you just help me? I'm so fucking stressed out, you can't even help me. You wanna go to a stupid dinner with your friends?
It's really ironic to me that Mohamed is prioritizing spending time with his friends over spending time with Yve, because throughout the season there's many instances where Mohamed tried to make Yve feel bad for spending time with her friends over spending time with him.
It's just gonna be a short girls' session.
Are you going to drink with your friend?
It would be nice to have a glass of wine, actually.
Really?
Knowing what we know now about his intentions and his infidelity, it's obvious that he was trying to isolate Yve from her friends so that she was easier to control. This dude wants Yve to work full-time, take care of Tharan, also take care of him, and do all of his visa paperwork while he does nothing but send other girls. Like,
Okay, I have other shit I need to do right now. Now I gotta do this shit because you're gonna fucking leave.
If you touch me again, it's not gonna be okay, okay?
Well, Jen, why can't you just stay? I told you I need your help.
he's really frustrated and screaming because she's overwhelmed, and this skaven rat bastard is secretly recording her when she's crying for help.
I'm washing dishes all day long. I'm helping you with everything.
You should fucking help me.
I'm helping you with your child. I'm helping you with many
That's
things.
part of being in a relationship. You should help me. I fucking took care of you for the last 2 years plus. It's not like I'm asking you to like do anything else. Fuck. So I'm sick of doing everything by my goddamn self. Okay, this house needs to be cleaned up. I don't know if a cleaner's coming tomorrow or not. You should be fucking helping me with this shit. Get out with your friends like every night when I get home from work. You see me out with my friends? No.
I can go in any time I
Go
want.
ahead! I don't care! Fucking leave! Go! I'll do this shit my damn self, just like I always have! I have other shit to do to make us money so we can actually pay fucking bills. I have like a few days to get ready for this wedding and you can't even like get a fucking clue.
Why would you marry this man? He's obviously finessing her. We been had known that. You gotta think of Tharan, mom. Hopefully he's not in the house when this is going on. If Mohamed wasn't pulling his weight around the house regardless of the DMs, you need to respect yourself more and search for an equal partner, because this sounds so codependent. I'm gonna start calling you Naive Yve. Obviously, here's what happened. Mohamed got caught by Yve texting this other girl, and then he stopped talking to Side Chick altogether. Side Chick's like, what the fuck, Mohamed? You said that I was gonna be your second wife. So she gets in contact with Mary Pants, that Instagram page that exposed the leaked DMs. Mohamed realizes that Yve is the only reason why he's able to stay in America, and him being here is very dependent on Yve, so he tries to snuggle up to her. Yve started to have a coming to God moment and realized that he is in fact trying to call police and say that she's hitting him and all these things in order to get a U visa and stay in this country. I'm pretty sure Mohamed's gonna get deported, but if he doesn't, I would really like to see him on the single life trying to build this harem of girls in the United States. I think that that would actually be jokes, and a lot of people would hate watch that. So right now, let's look at Yve and Mohamed on the 9-Day Fiancé tell-all.
But speaking of women who own their sexuality, let's move on to Yve and her squad.
Oh, women that own their sexuality. Is that what we're calling that? Really?
Flashback.
Have you ever been intimate with any other women? Like had sex with any other women?
How did you know what to do then if you've never... No, really, like, have you ever watched porn?
Calm down.
Yve's friends remind me of Amy Toomer, just a grotesque lot of unfunny Karens.
Next thing you know, they bring out a proud member of the squad, Yve's friend Tatiana, to clear the air with Mohamed.
I think that this whole situation is unorthodox, so you are going to have unusual conversations.
It's not normal in American culture. I have so many American friends right now.
Oh, he's got American friends, all right.
I would just keep you in bed for days. Let's go to Egypt, like in Dahab, work there, and apply for a green card from there and come back later.
In this crowd, we do talk about sex. We're very open and empowered, and we don't see a problem with either sex talking about it.
Sex.
Being empowered has nothing to do with the lack of common sense and etiquette when you're first meeting someone. The conversation you had with Mohamed was a wildly inappropriate conversation to be having with a man you're first meeting, let alone a Muslim man. Just own it, take accountability, and move on.
Me and my friends are not just some vulgar women that go up to conservative men and start asking about their sex life.
That's exactly what you did. You're trolling. Just be honest. You didn't ask this dude a normal question like, what's it like living in Egypt? What are your hobbies there? Just normal stuff. You went right into the sex talk. So instead of trying to save face for the audience, just own up to it.
The way that we all met is through studying Tantra, which I know some people can reduce it as just sex and it be a situation, but it's not that. We don't see sex as taboo.
Bro, we don't care about your doubt regarding sex. From the way you're answering this question, you're failing to acknowledge that you knew beforehand that these questions would make Mohamed uncomfortable. It's just common sense. You would never ask somebody these questions unless you were testing the fuck out of them, which is exactly what you were doing to Mohamed.
You went over there to know me because you don't know who I am. Did you know me when you figured out that I'm good in bed?
Did you know us? Wait, what?
You all don't like me because I'm good in bed. Because of his voice, it must be like banging Elmo. Oh yeah, you like that. Sabes, amor, you're being ignorant. I'm replaying their entire segment in my head constantly, knowing what we know now about Mohamed, and I'm asking myself, did Yve really take his virginity, or did he lie about that as well?
Did you know me after you figured out that I'm good in bed?
I'm team Yve and Mohamed, man. I think this is genuine love. Don't worry about all the religion, the differences, all that. I believe in you guys. I see true love.
Man, I got a good feeling about y'all. I think y'all are gonna last the distance. I'll tell you what, my mom's a therapist and I've seen a lot of couples. I ain't seen any feng shui like you guys have. And next thing I know, I'm gonna be on the top charts. I agree with Jabri. See, I can rhyme too, man. But yeah, something about the energy between Mohamed and Yve, my gut instincts just tell me that they're gonna make it. Next thing you know, they play the iconic clip of Mohamed calling Yve his sponsor and telling her to her face that he doesn't care about their wedding.
Getting married legally doesn't have anything to do with having a wedding.
It has to do with like
because
something
that's
special.
selfish.
You told this girl that you don't care about the wedding, only the green card, so you can start work right away, and she's the selfish one. Gaslighting 101. I'm gonna start taking notes, Mohamed. That is crazy that you're trying to put that on her. You've got gaslit up this entire relationship. She should have called his bluff when he threatened to leave back to Egypt like 20 times, because now we know he has no balls and he would have actually done it. Mohamed wants an answer from Tatiana that he's never gonna get, so instead of continuing this ongoing debate, he decides to stand up, go over to shake her hand, and squash the beef. Surprisingly enough, Mohamed got off way easy on the tell-all. Mohamed isn't posting anything publicly at the moment. He is very silent, and I think that's because he is really trying to stay in this country and he doesn't want to post anything publicly that can be used against him. Too late for that because the conversation's already leaked, right? But he doesn't want any more incriminating things, so that's why he's being very silent right now. I'm going to be making update videos about the situation. Comment below, subscribe, follow me on Twitch and on Instagram right now.